Well, hello folks. Today I thought I'd do a little bit of a wrap-up on the 1971 Kawasaki F5 350 Enduro that I've been working on for the better part of 2 years off now. You may recall, if you've been watching any of my videos, one of the last things I did is I reloomed the left handlebar control, which I'll show a close-up of in a minute. That's complete. I did get the bike running. I replaced all the lower engine seals, or all the seals in the engine. I did the kickstart, shift shaft, both sides of the crank, the rotary valve, seal behind the rotary valve. I think that was it, those 5. Those can be done without removing the engine from the bike. And I did that last summer. This is late spring 2018, and last summer, June, July, August kind of thing is when I worked on that lower end seal replacement. At this point, I consider the bike pretty much done as far as I'm going to go. This is not a restoration like some of my other projects, the H2, Kawasaki H2 750, the 73 Suzuki TS185, the 72 Kawasaki G5 100. Those are full frame-off restorations. Literally, the bike's completely disassembled, everything was rebuilt, repainted, re-chromed, and brought back as new. This bike was I consider a survivor. It really was a little bit too nice to restore. Some people might debate that with me, but it's my bike, so I do what I want with it. And I wanted to leave it original as much as I could. So I did have to replace the rear tire, which had a great big 4.5 knobby on it. Front tire, I think, is probably original. I did tubes in both tires. I repaint the exhaust. Redid some of the wiring as I alluded to. A few cables and odds and ends here and there had to be repaired and replaced, but other than basic wear items and a little bit of a cleaning, the bike is being left as original. And like I said, it does run, and I'll run it here in a minute, and you can see it and hear it run. And this is about as far as I'm going to go. There are a few other odds and ends that I'll probably do eventually. One of the chains on the hangs from the brake foot pedal to the frame of the bike on the right side needs to be replaced. The plug for the cylinder head for the spare spark plug hole, I need to find one of those, and a few little odds and ends like that. But other than that, she's about done. Everything does work. Lights, horn, does not have turn signals. Those didn't become required until a year or two later when this model was manufactured, and everything's working as it should. So I'll do a close-up here of the wiring on the left handlebar, and then we'll do a little video of it running. Here's the left handlebar control wiring that I reloomed in a previous video, and you can see it's mounted and installed on the bike. And routes up underneath the headstock and under the tank. I did end up relooming most of the wiring here. I think I talked about that earlier as well. The wiring became a little bit more involved than what I really was hoping or intending to pursue, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I also replaced the switch, the brake light switch you can see right there. That's an NOS part. The original was not working and had come apart, and had to put all that cabling back together because it was not routed correctly from one of the previous owners. There's another shot of it, and I did try to route it as close as I could to the original. Ended up relooming underneath here also for the meters. You can see that there. Now we're going to do a shot of the bike running. Here's a shot of all the seals that I replaced in the lower end. Actually, there's more than 5. I think I mentioned 5 earlier, but I don't remember anymore exactly which was which, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the crank seals. A couple of these are crank seals. Transmission output shaft, kick start, shift lever, seals behind the rotary valve, locking rings. Someone had been in the motor before and he beat it up pretty bad, so I just replaced everything I could get at, which is I think everything all at one time. Well, that pretty much wraps up the Kawasaki F5 project. I doubt I'll be doing any more videos related to this bike, as it's essentially done outside of replacing a few of those odds and ends left as I come across them. At this point, the bike will go into my collection. I'll drain the fuel and probably run it once or twice a year. That's usually what I do with my personal collection bikes. I run them usually in the spring and again in the fall, and I usually remove the fuel and don't keep fuel in them during times they're not running. And I'll move on to another project. What that next project will be right now, I'm not sure. I've got three in mind. I've got a Kawasaki 350 S2, 1973 model. That would be a reconditioning, not a restoration. I have a 71 Honda 125, SL 125, that would be a restore, or a Yamaha, you have to forgive me, I don't remember the model numbers right off the top, but it's a 67 Yamaha 100 twin, 100 or 125 twin. It's in my storage barn right now, and I've had it for a couple of years and I have to reacquaint myself with the bike. It's a little tiny twin. It's a YP5 or something like that. And again, the Yamaha fans will have to forgive me. I haven't worked on a lot of Yamahas, so I have to get sped up to speed on their model designations. So anyway, it'll be probably one of those three bikes for my next bike project. But I certainly have other things I'm working on, like the mini mill. I bought another lathe that I've got to pick up in the next couple of weeks at South Bend, etc., etc. Anyway, as usual, thanks for watching.